Hi everyone, my name is Holly Campbell. I'm a mental supports counselor with Communities in Schools, and this is Manage Your Mind Monday. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is character education. So I love this because I incorporate books, and I find that kids really are able to connect with a certain topic when you incorporate literature. So the first one we're going to talk about today is kindness. So when I go over this, I use two different books. This one's Try a Little Kindness by Henry Cole, and this is Have You Filled the Bucket Today by Carol McLeod. So after we read these two books, we kind of talk about what is it to be kind, what are certain actions that are kind, what's something they can do at school or at home, and then after that we usually do a craft. And so the one I have here is where they trace their hands, and this is the hard, but you could also put up a world, and then on each one it says two different things they can do to be kind. So hold the door, say please and thank you, just so they can come up with some ideas before we leave, how they can be kind to someone. The next thing is empathy. So with this book, I read Last Stop on Market Street by Matt De La Penta. I love this story, and the kids, with a topic like empathy, it's kind of hard for younger kids to think about. So with incorporating a book, they're able to connect the topic with whatever the character is doing. So we talk about how empathy is about being in someone's shoes, and then we talk about the character. So how do you think the character felt at the very, very beginning of the story compared to the end of the story? And then after we read that and talk about empathy, we do this thing called empathy shoes. So sometimes I'll have real shoes, but for this, I just have little cutouts of shoes. And then I give them to the student, and then we'll talk about, what do you think the person wearing the shoe, how old are they? What do you think they do? How do you think they feel? Kind of big variety of different questions, just so they can get an idea of what maybe someone else feels and thinks. The last one, I don't have the book with me, but I usually read The Boy Who Cried Wolf. And then we talk about integrity, what it is to have integrity, what it is to show integrity, and then we talk about the character in the book. How did he show integrity? Did he not? And then we play this game where I put these on a board where it says no integrity and integrity. And then I give them different characters, right? So we'll do like Kung Fu Panda, and we'll talk about, does Kung Fu Panda have integrity? Does he not have integrity? What makes him show him one way or the other? And I have a whole bunch of characters that they go through. My favorite ones, though, are when they get Hans and the Grinch, because this lets them have a different way of thinking about the characters, right? So particularly the Grinch. So for instance, like, did he have integrity at the very beginning, or does he have integrity at the end? And it's crazy some of the responses you'll get from kids, because they'll have like explanations like, oh, well, he does have integrity because at the very end he really does want to be a good person, he just wasn't taught to be a good person. And then you have ones like Hans, who, no, he doesn't have integrity because the whole time he wanted to mess with a different character. So yes, those are really fun. The kids really get into that game. So I hope some of these were helpful for you and you're able to use them at home with your child, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.